Family Life Mornings, the nicest way to start your day on Family Life.
So an ex-Marine sergeant had taken a new job as a high school teacher, and unfortunately, just before the school year began, he injured his back, and he was forced to wear a plaster cast around the upper part of his body. The good thing was it really didn't show when he put his shirt on. So he headed out to school on his first day of class. The students had heard that, we've got an ex-Marine now as a teacher, and he actually was given one of the more rowdy classes as his homeroom. And he thought, you know what, these kids are going to test me right away. So he said, I've got to, put on a good front. So he confidently walked into the room, went over, opened a window, and he sat down at his desk. And a breeze of air came blowing in, and it blew his tie up over his shoulder. The man readjusted the tie, picked up the stapler, and boom, stapled it right against his chest.
Can you imagine? The kids were like,
all the kids stopped talking. Their mouths were kind of hanging open. And he didn't have any trouble with them the whole school year.
That's so great.
We know you have lots of choices. Thank you for picking Family Life Mornings.
Sunday school teacher was trying to get a point across to a group of students that were younger kids, like 10, 9, 8, right in that age. And she gave them all a kiwi. Not an Australian, but the fruit.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Good. Yeah, right.
Not like the bird either.
Right.
Right.
Okay, we're straight now. Okay.
And she asked the kids to tell her, what do you think of it? And most of them said it's kind of ugly, it's hairy, it's funny looking, and they really didn't like it.
Right.
And then they were given plastic spoons and knives, and they cut the kiwi in half. Mm-hmm. And she said, take the spoon now and start scooping out some of that fruit and taste it.
Yeah.
Now tell me what you think of it. And they're all like, wow, this is really good. I like this after all. And she was driving home the message. Hey, it's what's on the inside that counts. And the verse she used was out of 1 Samuel when God spoke to Samuel. Do not consider his appearance or height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart.
You'll always wake up on the right side of the bed when you start your day with Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Could you use a little more, focus?
Where'd she go? Bring her back.
You could use a little more focus in your life, right? Do someday just start out and you kind of got the brain fog going on. Well, there is something you can eat for breakfast that will just help immensely. They say that, like, if you have a big project at work, eat this.
Man, I hope this is chocolate cake and ice cream.
I know, right? Or Cap'n Crunch or something like that, but it's not.
Okay.
It's grapefruit. Which it's been a while since I've had a grapefruit, but because they're kind of laborious. You gotta. I don't know if I have the focus required to cut it in half and cut out the pieces.
You need someone to do it for you.
I need to hire somebody.
Hire a grapefruit cutter, slicer of the little one, and then you'll be all set.
You think that's what it is?
I don't know.
Where am I going to get the focus required to conduct the interviews?
Talk to your kids. They're good at it.
Complicated fruit, right?
It is.
Start your day with 3 good eggs who go over easy. It's Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Students participating in a technology festival created a brand new musical instrument. And now the goal was to make music using fruit.
Well, there you go.
Why am I picturing the hat with all the fruit on it and the
right.
So what these students did, they connected a series of this fruit in a line and then connected them to an electronic component that was plugged into a computer. And what happens is when you push on one of these pieces of fruit, out comes a piano musical note, and they're all different when you press on the bananas.
So there's a bunch of bananas all lined up.
So
and then you press on the bananas.
The banana piano has been born.
Yeah, born. You need a name. So let's see. The banana, no, that's the piano nana. I like the piano nana.
I think so. I'm pretty sure that if you look back in history, this is what Beethoven played on.
Really?
Yeah.
Beethoven.
What do you mean?
Banana. Banana.
This is Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Steve, Terese, and Randy. Randy not feeling well today. We kind of had that feel yesterday. He was kind of struggling health-wise yesterday.
You know, and a lot of people think I'm crazy, but I'm always like making those like at-home cold remedies. Like I make elderberry syrup. A lot of people have talked about that. So you start with like, dehydrated elderberries. My kids hate the smell of it, but I take it and then I don't get sick. But I read about this recipe, and you might have most of these things just in your house. It starts with the ginger root, which if you don't have ginger root, that's fine. You can get it at most grocery stores, and you can just buy like a little piece of it, and it's pretty cheap. So you boil that in a few cups of water along with a cinnamon stick, which you probably already have, and some star anise, which you can get in the spice aisle if you don't already have that. And then you let it boil for about 10 minutes. It kind of reduces down. You let it cool down. Then you add honey and apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. And they say it's really good to boost your immunity and help fight a cold and cough suppressant and all that. But I just think it's so neat that after all these years, you kind of have people that are saying, wait a second, God already made all this stuff, like all these things that grow that are really good for your body. So whatever it is that keeps you healthy, just be aware today and drink lots of water too.
Amen.
While you're packing your lunch, they're packing your mornings with a whole lot of fun. It's Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
I'd like to have the news team join us here quickly. Brandon, Tracy, you have time here just for a quick... Of course. Yeah?
Sure.
Okay, here we and I think we all agree that work camaraderie is a very important thing. I mean, that really helps, around the workplace. And they have something going on in Japan. It's been a tradition in Japan that has been going on for a while, and I think it's something to consider. I wanted to get you. You guys are all level-headed individuals. Yeah. I think you could go along with it. They call it Giri Choko. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Giri Choko is their workplace tradition in Japan. And the tradition is this. The women at work buy chocolates for the men. Oh. Just wondering, Tracy.
Sounds like a good...
Do you like this idea? Is this something...
I am a regular chocolate purchaser.
See, that's the important thing.
But Tracy, do you ever feel the urge to Giri Choco someone?
Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy. Thanks for making us part of your day. We're a friend you can turn to.
Baseball has a lot of pastimes. One of those is singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, you might need to change the lyrics or stop singing it, because a minor league baseball park in Connecticut is not allowing peanuts or Cracker Jacks, two of the main items on "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Right, yeah.
The Hartford Yard Goats is their name, and they are outlawing, the goats are outlawing the snacks. And they say that they're doing it because kids with allergies, if they happen to step on peanut shells or anything like that, they could have an allergic reaction. So they want to be sensitive to that. And now they become the first pro sports venue in the nation to ban peanuts.
So what do you change the song?
Buy me some, but not peanuts. No peanuts.
No peanuts. No Cracker Jacks.
No Cracker Jacks. So there's got to be two foods that go in there, but then you got to rhyme with the next line.
Right.
Sharon from Montgomery.
Buy me some
hot dogs and potato chips.
I don't care if I've got salt on my lips.
Yay!
Hi, this is Barb from Middlebury Center. Buy me some vegan and wholesome snacks.
There you go.
Once I taste them, I'll never come back.
My name's Rob Patterson. I'm from Tampa, Florida, currently driving in Keoga, Pennsylvania.
Wow, it's a little warmer down where you're from, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A little bit. So buy me some
hot dogs and nacho chips.
Wow.
I don't care if they run out of dip.
Love it. Excuse me, I do care if they run out of dip. Okay,
Yeah,
dip is
that's true.
essential.
Bring your own dip. Hey, thanks.
You know we're friends because we're already on a first-name basis. It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy from Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Well, your child might have started to talk differently. There's a pretty popular kids show that your kids might watch. Have you noticed them picking up a British accent from watching Peppa Pig?
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig.
Oh, how about that?
See how it works?
I'm not very good with the British accent. I do a good pig, though.
Yeah,
I do a
Steve,
mean snort.
Terese, and Randy.
Yeah, I can do that. Good morning, Family Life. What's your name?
Adeline.
Adeline, do you know Peppa Pig?
Yes. Good morning. Would you like a spot of tea?
Ooh, that sounds lovely. Quite.
Can you, in your best Peppa Pig, say, you're listening to Family Life with Steve, Terese, and Randy? Can you say that?
You're listening to Family Life, Terese, Randy, and Steve.
I like that. I like the way she said it.
A fun way to start the day and nothing to embarrass you in front of the kids. Family Life Mornings.
Every time I hear stories about space and NASA and everything, it just, I love that kind of stuff anyway, but it always reminds me of how God created this whole, and it's just amazing.
Vastness that we can't imagine.
Right, exactly. Well, by the way, NASA does want to go back to the moon as soon as possible, but did you hear the Mars rover finally called it quits? It was supposed to last, they sent it up there a while, it was supposed to last 3 months.
Really?
But it lasted 15 years until it finally pronounced dead on Wednesday. It just doesn't work anymore up there. But it just reminds me, you hear sometimes like with car dealerships, it's like, bring in your truck, bring in your lawnmower, we'll take it as a trade-in. They need
bring in your Mars rover.
Exactly. Might be a little touch to try to get it, but bring in your Mars rover. We'll trade it in.
Starting your day with a smile and a dose of encouragement, too. Family Life Mornings